this whole nexus of AI and crypto is very interesting. The other part of AI that people don't understand yet is if we're not careful, we're going to have two or three giants, and we need decentralization within that industry too. And I think blockchain plays a role in that. Have you any thoughts on that?
Absolutely. So today, the big AI companies use our internet data to train their models, and that happens to be with a few large internet companies, Microsoft, Google, whoever else.
Here, the UAE has been extraordinarily good at adoption and seeing this. Talk through the journey here, because you came here and people are like, well, why is CZ moving to Dubai? And then it's become almost the epicenter of the industry. You can see by the crowd, and all the way across these countries, it's extraordinary what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely. So 4 years ago, in end of 2021, in September 2021, I came here for the first time. And based on my friend's recommendation saying like, look, you should explore Dubai. UAE is very pro-crypto, pro-business.
Hey guys, welcome to Everyday Finance. At the very least, this is the message that Real Vision's Raoul Pal is trying to convey. The banana zone has officially begun, and Bitcoin may just be getting ready for what has the potential to become the most explosive rally of this entire cycle. According to him, the subsequent phase is absolutely crucial, and the year 2025 has the potential to turn out to be the turning point. This is because massive institutional players, such as pension funds and sovereign wealth funds, will begin investing significant sums of money in digital assets. Pal is predicting that the cryptocurrency market will reach an astounding $10 trillion, which will be driven by the devaluation of fiat currencies and a significant reallocation of capital across the world. But in contrast to previous cycles, this one appears to be supported by a more profound conviction. Holders who have been in power for a longer period of time, and significantly more institutional firepower. In the event that the current configuration remains unchanged, the events that we are currently witnessing could very well be the preliminary tremors of something much more significant. Stay here, because Pal is about to reveal what has the potential to be the most important and transformative stage of the cryptocurrency cycle up to this point.
There's the 100 billion kids that you're teaching, but you're also doing something else, which is going around the world talking to countries about crypto. Talk about this, because not a lot of people realize what you're doing in the background, but you're doing a lot.
Yeah, sure. So I interact with about a dozen countries right now, top leaders in these countries. So I think we've seen a big shift in the last 6 months or so. With the U.S. election, now the U.S. new administration is extremely pro-crypto. And with Elon Musk wants to use blockchain for government efficiency. We've seen that in many other parts of the world, including UAE, both Abu Dhabi and Dubai. They're exploring how to use blockchain for government projects. That includes like decentralized IDs. Once you have an ID, you need a wallet. Once you have a wallet, then you can do anything that you need with an ID. Land title rights, opening bank accounts, e-visas, border crossings, education diplomas, etc. So there's so many things we can do. And this is kind of a passion project for me as well. So because now, today, the blockchain is kind of single dimension on the trading, right, financials, which is great. But with this, we can expand blockchain to multiple dimensions. And with the industry getting bigger, there will still be more trades. So we still as a shareholder of a large trading platform, I still benefit. And then also, before this, most countries are looking at how to regulate crypto. And there's about a dozen countries that come to me and says, well, they have CZ here, or they know somebody who knows me. They come and talk to me, and then because I have nothing else to do, so I'm more than happy to talk to them. I'm more than happy to talk to these country leaders to advise them on what are the things to watch out for in terms of adopting crypto regulations, how to make them more favorable to our industry. We want to protect consumers, but also advance innovation. Yeah.
So did the young kid from Canada think he'd be going around countries telling them about blockchain technology?
No, I think even today it's a bit surreal. So I view myself as a technology geek, and just never imagined going to different countries, talking with country leaders about things that could impact a huge number of people. So, but again, I think it's a very meaningful thing for me to do. Again, I don't charge for my time. It's all pro bono. But I think again, it's very important for our industry, and it's also important for each country's economy.
Now, here, the UAE has been extraordinarily good at adoption and seeing this. Talk through the journey here, because you came here and people are like, well, why is CZ moving to Dubai? And then it's become almost the epicenter of the industry. You can see by the crowd and all the way across these countries. It's extraordinary what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely. So 4 years ago, in end of 2021, in September 2021, I came here for the first time. And based on my friend's recommendation saying like, look, you should explore Dubai. UAE is very pro-crypto, pro-business, one of the best business environments in the world. So I took up his advice. I came here for 3 weeks. I booked a 3-week trip. So I came here, actually, when I landed, I only had one meeting lined up, which is with His Excellency Minister of AI, El Olama. And I landed on a Friday night, and Friday is not a working day. Friday, Saturday is not a working day back then. Sunday is a working day. He met with me, and then he introduced everything, and then within like about a week or so, I knew this is the place to be. They are extremely pro-business, really pro-crypto. The ministers knows exactly what's going on, very smart, very sophisticated, and the speed is really fast. So we... At the time, Vera didn't exist. So we were discussing about how to regulate crypto, etc. And then at the time, we recommended setting up a new separate agency, and they actually took that advice. So like a month later, Vera was incorporated, literally just within a month. And then by November, we signed an MOU to advise them on the crypto regulatory framework for Dubai. By February next year, 2022, it was signed into law. And then by March, we got a in principle approval together with 3 or 4 other crypto exchanges. So it moves really, really fast here. And then I explore Abu Dhabi as well. So Abu Dhabi, this is like a little bit of a friendly competition. I think our friends from locally knows. But both places are extremely pro-business, extremely thoughtful. And here, UAE is an extremely safe country. So the fact that a lot of Western media kind of portray Middle East in a sort of a negative way, but this is one of the safest countries in the world, the safest city in the world. So there's actually no crime here. So you can see that if you regulate well, you can encourage business while keeping all your citizens completely safe. So this is one of the best places. So back then it was like there was probably like 5-10 crypto companies in 2021. Now there's like thousands. Yeah. So it's incredible to see this growth.
So when you go and talk to countries, are you talking more about just starting them on the Bitcoin journey? The first thing that we get all of our friends to do. Or do you open up and say, okay, this is what blockchain rails can do for a country?
Raoul Pal anticipates that by the end of the year 2025, the number of active cryptocurrency wallets will have skyrocketed to 1.1 billion. This phenomenal increase in adoption, according to Pal, is unlike anything that we have ever seen before. According to his analysis, we are currently in the midst of what has the potential to be the most rapid accumulation of wealth in the history of humanity. Every chart that he follows, whether it be for liquidity, adoption, or macro trends, tells the same story. Momentum is rapidly building, and cryptocurrency is poised to lead every other asset class in terms of performance. For a number of months, Pal has been sounding the alarm, pointing to the perfect storm that is forming across macroeconomic shifts, institutional capital inflows, and rapid technological advancement. At this very moment, that particular alignment is taking place in real time. In the event that he is correct, we are on the verge of witnessing the expansion of cryptocurrency at a rate and scale that the world has never witnessed before.
But what we want to see is real AI agents that can do things. Like, today the big ones like, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, etc. Those are real big AIs that can do a lot of stuff. There's smaller AI than those guys that can do a lot of stuff that, video editing, image editing. And I've just seen a demo of an AI literally paying for hotel booking. But today those AI have to go through a website. Hopefully in the future that it should be AI talking to AI to book that, right? So I think in the future we will see a very heavily automated world. I think I was talking to a fund manager yesterday. They say of 8 billion people in the world, of the data that we generate every day, it's about 300 trillion tokens. Like token meaning not the crypto token, meaning the words for AI tokens. Today, AI is generating about 10% of that today.
Wow.
In the future, though, AI will generate 10 times more than we do. So when we have AI will interacting with each other. There'll be so many exchanges in the tokens, in the word tokens, or in the interactions, and then there will be more commerce. The AI will be trading with each other. They will be paying each other. They will be transacting. They will use crypto. So
yeah, I've talked a lot about this. Is people don't realize. Right now, the agents are being essentially subsidized by VC capital in these large AI companies. Over time, agents need to get paid for compute and electricity. And it happens at lightning speed, and the only way of doing that payment is crypto payments. And then they will be building their own businesses, of which they'll build in profit margins as well. I mean, it's a strange world where we may not be the profit drivers, we may not be the economic engine, they'll come from the AI.
Absolutely. I think that day is coming. Like with AI, so far in our world, population is related to productivity. So the higher the population, the more GDP, etc. But with AI plus robotics, or plus robots, that's going to change. So whichever country has the best economy or manufacturing and AI technologies, AI plus robots plus blockchain, they don't need that many people. So the productivity equation is going to change. So it's innovation that matters. In the future world, I think we can live a much more comfortable life with much less work, how we should be.
Yeah, I think there's this whole nexus of AI and crypto is very interesting. The other part of AI that people don't understand yet is if we're not careful, we're going to have 2 or 3 giants. And we need decentralization within that industry too. And I think blockchain plays a role in that. Have you any thoughts on that?
Absolutely. So today, the big AI companies use our internet data to train their models. And that happens to be with a few large internet companies, Microsoft, Google, whoever else. But going forward, as I said before, there's a lot of data that we don't store. And now we're going to be smarter about how we store our data. So they should be stored in a permission way that we only allow access when we want to, and we should be able to monetize out of it. So your health data, you can be anonymized and then used to train different AIs. Every interaction you have, every thought you have, etc. If you want to, you should be able to digitize that, blockchain, tokenize it, and then be able to monetize it. So in the future, I think and also we're seeing I think we'll give credit to the first few centralized platforms that have the scale to innovate. But once the industry is proven, then the decentralization will happen. We've seen that with DeepSeek. They open source their model, and now everyone can use that at a fraction of the cost. So I think we're going to see more and more of that coming. So I think the future is going to be quite decentralized.
Yeah, it's also interesting because crypto's the fastest moving industry most of us had ever seen until AI came along, and now it's multiplied the whole thing.
Yeah, so that's normal though. Every new industry is going to be faster than the previous one. So internet develops so much faster than traditional industries. But with blockchain now we have internet. So we can develop so much faster than internet companies. So I think Binance is probably the first company to reach $1 billion in profits, from startup to $1 billion in profit. But that's because we had the internet and then we had the blockchain. And then AI companies are now post blockchain. So now if they do it well, they can easily monetize. They can easily use distributed token economics. And they should be able to grow much faster.
Yeah, I think OpenAI got to 100 million users in 3 weeks or something stupid.
Yeah, a few days. Yeah,
unbelievable,
yeah.
Unbelievable. So let's go back a little bit. So 2017, I think you started Binance.
Yep.
When you had a vision of the industry going forwards, what you were building for, how different is it today versus then? What did you get right and wrong?
I think we got a lot of things wrong. When we first started, I think we said maybe like top 10 in 3 years and maybe top 1 in 5 years. So that we got wrong. And we didn't expect the growth that we had. But the industry changes very quickly. Another example we got wrong is like we didn't think stablecoin is going to be that big.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we just like stablecoin should be an intermediary thing between fiat and crypto. It's like a patch. It's a band-aid solution for people who selling crypto, funny holding stable value for a little bit. So I got that wrong. So there's a lot of things we got. For me, I can never predict markets. I don't predict industries. But the long term is easy to predict. Blockchain is going to be really, really important. AI is going to be really, really important. This field is going to grow. But then on a week-to-week basis, we have to pivot. We have to adjust. I didn't expect memes to be this big, right? So they're just things that you cannot expect. But when they become big, you have to adjust to it. Yeah.
I remember when I first interviewed you, I can't remember, 2020 or something, and I said, well, how long's your strategic plan? You said about 2 weeks, because you were just very focused on what do I need to deliver today and what does the market need?
Although Raoul Pal is of the opinion that we are on the verge of a significant turning point in the cryptocurrency market cycle, he is putting his words into action by increasing the amount of cryptocurrency that he directly owns. With steady institutional accumulation and the impending wave of capital from pension funds and sovereign investors, he is aiming for a digital asset space that is currently in the process of being created and is estimated to be worth $10 trillion. According to Powell, the situation is becoming more intense by the day. And if macro headwinds, such as fears of a recession or tariffs, begin to ease, Bitcoin may be one of the first assets to climb to new heights. What he refers to as the banana zone is already subtly forming beneath the surface, and the subsequent breakout has the potential to set off the most explosive and powerful stage of this entire market cycle.